Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I am your host Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Sara Ting. Sara is a diversity and inclusion innovator, visionary, trainer, speaker, and author. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Sara Ting. Sara,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you, Siddique.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
So I live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I actually have been inspired by a poem that was written in 1978. And it's what has led me into this field and doing this work. If I may share this very short poem with your audience, it's called The Sun. It says, "Are you greater than the sun that shines on everyone, black, brown, yellow, red, and white? The sun does not discriminate." That's really what has led me into the work that I'm doing as a trainer, educator, speaker, author, and actually led me to founding a nonprofit organization, World Unity Inc.
What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
Well, the top three mistakes that people make,
Yeah.
I would say number one, people don't seem to understand that all human beings have conscious and unconscious biases. It does not make them a terrible person. It's part of the human conditioning. Doesn't matter how many degrees you have, doesn't matter how much money you have, does not matter what profession you're in. All human beings have it. And nobody's a terrible person for having it. It's, I tell people, welcome to the human race. Do you know who doesn't have it, Sadiq? Do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
Dead people. If you're alive, you will have it. And depending on the family you grew up in, your education, the community, and even the nation will dictate the kind of conscious and unconscious biases you will develop. So it's in our best interest for our personal and professional growth to confront them so we can grow personally and professionally. And that means we have to be willing to step out of our comfort zone. Growth does not come from staying comfortable. You have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. And when you do, there's personal growth and professional growth.
So, what are the top three mistakes to avoid? This is the one, two, and second, and three, because we have so many questions. Let's respect the timeline. Very, very quick one, please.
The second one, I would say the mistake people make, they don't realize this requires self-reflection and developing a daily practice of self-reflection. There is no law or policy that's going to remove people's biases and prejudices. Never will it exist. So you have to develop a daily practice of contemplation, looking inside oneself. And I'm suggesting to many, many companies to use this poem as a simple tool to engage people to look inside themselves. Number three, it does require commitment from the top. The leadership has to be willing to confront himself, herself, or they with this issue. So the company will only be as great in this area to the degree that the CEO understands this issue and how it permeates every dimension, not only of their organization, but society. So those are the three mistakes I would say people make.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn, and how did you recover from it?
My greatest, did you say mistakes or failures?
Failure story. Yeah, it's on your screen. You can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the greatest is sometimes having my own self-doubt. And what I realize is that you're never going to reach a point, I don't think, in your professional career where you're never ever going to have self-doubts. Self-doubts is, to me, is healthy because it forces you to question, why am I having this self-doubt? It forces you to maybe do a reality check.
Sarah, I apologize for interrupting you. Here's my question. Let's just focus on the answer to the question only, please.
Yeah.
What is your own greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Yeah, so I'm saying, so the greatest would be a self-doubt about whether to go forward with an initiative. And so in order to overcome it was to be okay with it and take action. The self-doubt is still going to be there. You have to take action. And when you take action, you begin to see results and you get confirmations that this is the right action to take. Does that answer the question?
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can model from?
I would say the top 3 would be to trust your inner instincts and to have a inner circle group of people that who you trust that you can do a reality check with. So for example, when the pandemic hit, my nonprofit, we had to cancel our major fundraising event for the year, cancel it. What are we going to do? So, and what I came to the realization is, yes, we had to cancel the live event. However, what we showed at our live event was all the initiatives that we were doing throughout the year. So what we could do is continue to show people what we're doing. We just didn't have the live event to present it. So what we did was produce another video called World Unit Inc.'s Unstoppable Diversity and Inclusion Initiatives. We had a featured speaker from Merck, and we actually ended up raising more money than we did when we had the event.
Okay, so two more. Let's be quick. 2 more.
The other is the success in writing a book. I made a commitment to myself. I'm going to write this book, and I focused on it, and it got accomplished. It was an idea I had for a long time. I stayed focused, and I wrote it. The third, I would say, is wanting to write a third book. I'm working on it right now as we speak.
We are about to move into lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my health.
How young?
And the opportunity to speak with you, Siddique.
How young are you?
55 plus.
Sara, you are not 55. You are 18 years old with 35 years plus experience.
Thank you for your kind words.
What you want to do when you grow up?
I'm sorry?
What you want to do when you grow up?
What do I want? I want to speak to the entire world and share this poem with the entire world, the Sun poem.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
How do I overcome life's challenges?
My questions are on your screen, please. Just look at that one. It's on your screen. How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
I have a deep faith in God. So I pray and ask for guidance. So it's my deep faith in God that helps me overcome challenges.
How do you start your day?
Praying and reading. I have this wonderful book. It's organized by days. So a certain amount of passages I read every day. And then I have other books that have affirmations. But this, I start my day with this book and praying in my prayers, being very grateful for what I have, my family, my friends, my nonprofit. And so I start with a heart of gratitude.
What is the advice you will give to a younger yourself?
To keep thinking young and keep being open to new ideas, keep my mind and my heart open, and not have assumptions about anything. Just stay open. and have a discerning heart.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Right now, I don't have a significant other, so there's no one that I have to. It's just me, myself, and I have to say, okay, do you want to do this? Yes or no?
What is the impactful business book you have read, and what did you learn from it?
Well, this book that I'm reading right now
Can,
is
can,
about.
can you put up a. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
This book is really about developing a prosperity consciousness. And so to me, it's all about the mindset, no matter whether you're in nonprofit or business, but especially if you're in business, developing a prosperity consciousness. I think there's a tendency when we think about business is the money we're spending versus what we're going to make. We tend to focus on that which is going out the door versus what it's going to bring in. So we've got to develop our mindset of envisioning what is going to come in and projecting what we want to come in.
I understand that you are an author of the book. Can I see your own book, please?
Yeah.
And why someone should read it, and what will be the impact?
So this book is called Small Book with a Big Idea, 5-Minute Training to Empower You and Transform the World. This, again, is about developing a mindset of valuing diversity and inclusion, because a company can only be as great as the people they have in the company. And so by reading this book and having people in leadership role, they are developing a mindset that values diversity and inclusion, which can empower the people in your organization. The organization can only be as great as the culture and the values and you empowering the people who work for you.
Why being impactful is important to you?
Because that's what life is about. Every day we have an opportunity to be impactful or do nothing. I don't think we were put on this earth to do nothing. I think we were put on this earth, all of us have different gifts and talents. And so for me, what seems to be, for me, a driving force in me is to be impactful. And to be impactful, it doesn't have to be something big. Like yesterday, I have this beautiful pond near my house. I take a walk around it and I just talk with people. And I come to find out this one young lady, she's taking care of her mother for 5 years and now she needs a job. So I'm going to help her because I have contacts, and I tell her, send me your resume and I'll see if I can do what I can do to help you. She was so grateful.
Who is your living mentor, and what's the impact?
My living mentor. Now that's a very good question. I can't say that I have one singular. I would say I have a few people who I have confidence that they will give me guidance that's in my best interest. My best interest. So that's what I would say. I have a few people. My vice president, my nonprofit, is one of them. And I think it's really important that we also understand it's okay to have someone who you don't always agree with. I think the most important is to trust that they have your best interest at heart.
Yeah. It's a lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. And I want to remind you on that one. What do you want to be remembered for?
For doing what I could to help the world around equality.
Who is your ideal client?
Someone who's coachable, someone who's really committed to serving and to making the world a better place for everybody.
How can we?
By sharing Worldview Inc., by sharing the information about my book, Worldview Inc., yes.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have your few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here is my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
Wonderful. I appreciate your very thought-provoking questions.
What would you say as a final word?
I would say God bless everybody. I wish everybody the best. I wish everybody achieved their greatest dreams.
Thank you so much, Sara, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.